So, I was thinking, certainly you've watched a movie and the character has a beer and you think, damn, that beer looks amazing. This could be situational, maybe a cold beer after a hard day's work, or maybe from presentation, lighting, sound design, shot angle, for example. Either way, some of them just look or sound so appealing. So, after some consultation and contemplation, here are the best movie beers. Number 10, the greatest beer run ever. Now, this one is based solely on context as the movie itself was a dud, but this is quite an amazing true story. A young man gets the idea to make his way over to Vietnam where his neighborhood buddies are fighting and deliver them a beer. Not knowing if they're going to make it back home, a surprise from their good bud, beer in hand, would be quite the morale booster. I'm sure the warm beer that traveled halfway across the world probably tasted just as good as it did in their local bar in that situation. That's why this movie earns number 10, PBR or not. Number 9, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Having not seen the Harry Potter movies up until recently, I wasn't a big fan of fantasy. I was much surprised to find that butterbeer wasn't a beer at all. But I gotta admit that it looks super tasty, especially in a tavern like this on a snowy day. Having one of these at Universal Studios, it's definitely overly sweet, but it's quite the mustache that leaves you with that froth. It's a shame that it's not a real beer, but the movie version of this just looks so delicious that I had to add it to the list. Number 8, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. This reminds me of a first encounter with beer. We all remember this one. Sneaking in a drink of Dad's cold one. Opening that fridge and seeing the light shining on a classic pop top on that refrigerator shelf. The hazy cinematography here only adds to that allure, making E.T. and his fridge frolicking number 8 on the list. Certainly glad E.T. wasn't flying home that day. Looks like he had a one too many. Number 7, National Lampoon's Vacation. Rusty's first beer. What was supposed to be a special father-son moment, giving Rusty his first beer, the two turned it into a comical moment with Rusty chugging the beer without Clark noticing, while forgetting his daughter's name during a monologue. But sharing a first beer with your dad or son in the middle of an eventful road trip makes Rusty's first beer a memorable one for many of us. Number 6, Beer Fest, the secret family recipe beer. Trying the magical beer for the first time and seeing the looks of wonder on the guys' faces makes this beer deserving of a spot on this list. The golden ale's reflection, coupled with what could be only the most superb taste, leaves them speaking poetic lines of review for this amazing ale. I wish I could brush my teeth with it, amongst other explicit lines. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's 10 through 6. Grab yourself a cold one and be on the lookout for the next video with the top 5. Cheers.